since I washed up on these shores, my mind's felt more and more adrift. I'm hoping this might be a way to keep me anchored. My name is Captain Raymond Clark. My father was a bosun, and so was his father before him. My mother's name was Deirdre, and she had long flaxen hair. This is foolish. How do I stop this thing?
Oh, don't look the fish in the eye. You lose them that way. Pay no mind to my friend. He's got a skin condition. Have you made the catches yet? Perfect. Give 'em here. They're fish, all right, but nothing special. Don't bother me friend with these. You might as well feed 'em to Linda Lee instead. Chop 'em up into fish bits before you do, though. She's eaten plenty today, and the last thing we want is giving her more indigestion. I have some work for you, if you have the time. Did you feed the beast, like I asked? Perhaps she's taken a shine to you. Once she's filled that cavernous stomach and gulped down enough fish, something always comes back up. God knows what else she's got in that belly of hers. And how many innocent... Anyways, thanks for your help, friend. Keep your eyes open for any rare beauties out there. She's especially fond of anything that gleams. And make sure you come back soon. There's still plenty of places to cast your net.
Okay. Complete fishing challenges.
I have some...
Earn rod upgrades.
If you have
and
time.
cover fish. Convert fish to fish bits at cooking stations to use in recipes. Feed them to Linda Lee for rewards. Discover rare and cheaper fish to display in your camp by experimenting with different bait locations and
I have some work for you, if you have the time.
Grilled fish recipe. Nice. Raw violet flux. Let me take these. Maybe I've got what it takes at home to stabilize it. If not, I guess we'll find out. Bait has weight. I don't like that. But what can you do? Let's hurry up. This flux is about to get bad. I need to leave something since I took something. I leave something because he took something. I don't need all this. We'll do that. We'll do more fishing later. Let's get back to the Brotherhood quests. Let's see if we can stabilize this violet flux. If I can. I can get a jetpack. Let's see. Nope. Hardened mass. I need 10 violet flux. I swear I had a hardened mass. Probably scrapped it by mistake. Ooh.
Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies.
Let's turn world radios back off. I do not want that copyright. Where is it? Let's report for duty. Oh. Feels like it's armor. What are you doing here?
Always keep an eye. Wonder if I can find any flavor vitamins for the kids. So
Let's sleep to get the experience boost, and then we're gonna head out. Who's shooting out here?
If you need some ammunition, I can help. Oh, yes, of course. All yours.
Protect and serve.
should have.
Should try using some cryo weapons. I don't think I ever had. Let's see if I can fish and power on it. can't fish in power armor, huh? Can't see my fishing at all while I'm completely invisible. I didn't like to see it. Probably because I didn't have it cast out. Red belly. Let's cook it with a new recipe.
Reminder. Talk to him.
Change the run animation a little bit. I never noticed that the arm with the pit boy is up and the other one is down.
Thanks
They
again.
used to do that. Not that it's a problem. It's something I noticed. Oh, I can only make fish bits. How do I make grilled fish? Oh, you gotta have 3 fish bits, 2 salt, half salt. Okay, fish bits it is. Okay, but why won't it let me make the grilled fish? This game, what is going on with this game? I only got 1 fish bits. What do you want, Felix? All right, we gotta fish a little more.
Protect and serve.
I need 2 more fish. Oh, this one. Oh, come on. This one got me. Put it up too soon. Bigger one. Oh, Ridge trout. Let's go for one more. Wait. Let me use better bait. Improved. Okay, here we go. No, no, no. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Got it. Oh, what is that? Smoky salmon. Alright. Got what I needed.
Should have.
Let's cook it on the grill up here. I got extra fish bits for those last two fish. I wonder why. Let's put those in the freezer. All right.
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person.
Join up.
Any
Enjoy
news to
yourself,
share?
See the world while you're at it.
You should join them.
Liberator board nearby. Heck, oh, I have my whatever. Nice. Alright, that takes care of that. Random liberators.
If anyone needs help with anything.
I have been fully compliant with your questioning. Threats are not required.
With everything you've done, you're lucky I'm only threatening you right now.
Please, this argument is getting us nowhere.
Initiate, you've come at the right time. We've been talking to Dr. Blackburn and going over Scribe Valdez's report on what you found in Vault 96.
This smug monster is practically bragging about torture and unleashing horrors on the world. And Romani is treating him with kid gloves.
I am not bragging. What I have done was necessary. I take no pride in those terrible acts. I will have to live with the shame of them forever. That weight does not, however, diminish that the ends were worth the means. You will learn that soon enough. My colleagues will see that our creation, a vast improvement on the FEV, is distributed shortly.
Do you see the arrogance, the self-justification? We should end him and be done with it.
What the heck just hurt me just now? Why haven't we killed him yet? Is there a reason?
None that make any sense.
We need him. This isn't over. Preventing Dr. Blackburn's associates from taking this horror any further must be our priority. And we may need the doctor to convince them.
Right. He'll help. Why would you help us stop him?
That is your goal, not mine. But I am not a soldier, and would not withstand strenuous interrogation. No minor delay on my part will change what is to come. My colleagues are already preparing. Perhaps my cooperation will allow us to make a case for the good we are about to do, and convince you of our cause.
Impossible. We could never support something so abominable.
Why will they do? What will they do with the virus?
My colleagues have a facility better suited to final testing and mass production of the virus. As we speak, they are preparing for its release into the air and water of Appalachia. Once dispersed, it will enter the precipitation cycle in groundwater, and then it cannot be stopped.
No. It could spread for hundreds, maybe thousands of miles.
Where are these associates?
My colleagues have a laboratory hidden beneath the headquarters of my former employer, WestTech. We intend to correct the FEV's mistakes at their birthplace. Politically appropriate, would you not agree?
Sounds like WestTech is where we need to go.
Yes. If the doctor's associates are preparing to distribute the virus, we have to put our emotions aside here and get to them before they can. Blackburn's punishment, whatever its form, can wait until Appalachia is safe. Head to WestTech. Find and secure the entrance to this lab, and we'll follow behind.
I don't like this, Romani. We should be done with him here and now and level this laboratory. This is just like what Elder Maxim faced at Mariposa. Or have you forgotten?
Elder Maxon came to regret acting rashly there. Or have you forgotten?
If they've already begun producing the virus, blowing up the place could just help spread it. We'll need to be a bit more delicate than that.
Very well. If Blackburn is coming with us, I will be watching him. Perhaps he can provide leverage against his fellow lunatics.
If I can prevent further loss of life, I will.
Then it's decided. Initiate, head for West Tech. We've no time to lose. See you there.
All right.
We have to stop these people before they spread their virus even farther. We have to stop these people before they spread their virus even farther.
She wants to take your documents off of me.
Reporting for duty.
Did you need something? She has been in better spirits than I've ever seen her. I might even say that she's starting to enjoy her time here. Hey, who knows? Maybe she'll even join the Brotherhood one day. We'd be an even better organization with her in it. Not much to say, really.
I already spoke to him about that. I know I have.
Dr. Hart. Every. Okay. You got this.
Hey! I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually starting to like it here. I do miss Pierce, Sheena, and Burke, though. I hope that they're staying safe. The loss of my mother still hurts, but I know now the Brotherhood isn't solely to blame. Thanks for showing me a different perspective.
So your lesson's same. Excellent.
See ya!
It's good to know.
Cleaning duty again? I swear Night Shin has it out.
You think I could become an initiate too?
Sure, why not? Are you happy then? Whatever.
Yeah. Except when she bosses me around. But soon I'll be big like her and she won't be able to do that anymore.
I'll still be able to take you, little twerp.
No way. I'm gonna be super strong and have power armor. You won't even stand a chance. Oh, well, my name is Maximo. You can call me Max, though, for short. My big sister Marcia and I live here now with the Brotherhood. Isn't that cool? No worries, friend. I know. I'm on toilet duty. I'll get right on it.
Hmm?
Paladin Romani approved my recommendation, so I wouldn't be here without her. She's so confident and determined. I could never be like that, but I'd at least like to try. I know it's my fault. Regardless of anything Night Shin says, yes, I'm young and inexperienced, but he still died because of me. If I had only just stood and fought.
No, he should have ran.
Maybe.
You both should have ran. We shouldn't have sent them off alone as well. Then maybe you both be dead. You have to forgive yourself for this.
I'm trying. Initiate Norland was brave. I guess I just want to be a little more like him. And it's awful that he had to give his life for me to finally realize that. I really thought that Night Shin hated me. But I respect him a lot, and I really want to be a soldier he would be proud of. Oh, okay. See you.
All right. Let me check out my armor. And then go ahead to West Tech.
Oh God. Why did I say that?
All good.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol.
Erica. You're doing great.
I need one violet flux for a jetpack. Just one. No legendary modules left. Head to West Tech now.
For the Brotherhood, and Dr. Hardy, and everyone. Okay, you got this.
Scorched, raiders, wolves. Anyone tries to attack?
The heck are those? Alright, I'm looking for a shop here. Consume the nickel cherry just by opening the machine up. And it took money, I think. Figure I'm here, I might as well help defend the place. Brahmin pen. Don't know what it is, but I'll take it. Large toolbox. Freezing electrode enforcer. Don't know what it is, but I'll take it. That's it for now. Gotta hop down to camps of players to see if I can find stuff that I don't have for cheaper. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes. This place don't look that advanced, so there might not be much. One thing, metal tables. I guess I'll take it. Only one cap. And crap, you're giving it all away. We sell it for 10 caps instead of one. I guess that's kind of generous. That gotta be irradiated. Alright, let's get the mission done. Here's West Tech. My Halloween fit. Pretty nice. Alright, here we go, West Tech. Scorbutius. I'm doing way more damage. That's what I'm talking about. forgot to put my booster on for the look at that, man, one shot. The changes they made, I like them. See how that work. There we go. Somebody else? Oh, there's another player down there. Nice. That clears the way for me. Hopefully they went inside to make it a lot easier for me to clear the way to Dr. Blackburn's colleagues. Going in. He didn't come in here. Well, it's all right.
Strongest.
Oh. 0 melee damage. Flying West Tech Secrets is also here. The only thing is they made super mutants here. Plain and simple. This is before the war. They were poisoning the waters Huntersville, a town near here, turns every occupant into super mutants. At least the ones that survived. That's why when you go to Huntersville, it's full of super mutants. You don't go there for any other reason. The Raiders quest line takes you there because the trappers were killed by super mutants that found them, their camp nearby, West Tech. An improved FUV strain has been introduced to Huntersville water supply. See? Chlorodoxide. Oh. I'm about to get attacked. Like I said. Really? Couldn't let me breathe in peace? They were poisoning the people of Huntersville. And Dr. Blackburn was part of it, whether he liked it or not. He was part of it. They were originally trying to create I guess crops, a way to mass produce strengthened crops to end world hunger. It was called the Hand Immunity Variant Project, I think. But they found out what it can do, which is create these horrors, the super mutants. And then, of course, the government got interested in that and decided to use it to create FUV, which makes super mutants. If you're a Fallout fan, then you definitely know about it. Especially for those who played the original Fallout, but you can also see it in every other Fallout 2, especially, I never played Fallout 2. What is up with me and the second sequels to games? I never played Fallout 2. I played Fallout 1, 3, 4, New Vegas, and of course this. Never played Brotherhood Tactics either, but I haven't heard anything about it either, so who knows what it's like. Come on. This lockpick game is way better than Oblivion. I'll tell you that much. That game irritates me. I don't know when, if ever, I'm gonna go back to it. Sorry for any Oblivion fans out there, but Skyrim is definitely a better game. Alright. We need to find the secret of West Tech before we go. Oh. Guess you didn't hear me walk up. FUV. Just clean stuff. You won't turn into a super mutant by jumping into it. You'll just die. Ooh, that super mutant shooting there. Keep that plasma weapon on me for later. Okay. Authorized personnel. Oh, I need to get in there. How do I get in there? Back where I came in at.
So slow, so weak. It's a spy.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Here we go. Gain access to the research wing. Okay. All right. Now I can go to find Dr. Blackburn, but I also want to learn the secrets of West Tech before I leave, which I already know, but for RP reasons, this character needs to know. here are people from Huntersville that they brought in. Most of them turned into super mutants. Heard something. Goo. There's something in here. There's any of them left after everything I just did. There's the secrets of Westek here. The super mutant program has shown great promise. By tweaking the genomes, we are able to cultivate different strains of the virus, which produce varying results. Figured there'd be a holotip around somewhere. It. The super mutants up here. Scientists were just crooked as Vault-Tec scientists. And knowing Vault-Tec is probably the same group. kill the mercenaries.
Work life is the good life.
Surprise. Jeez. Lasted longer than the super mutants. Just a couple seconds more.
It's a good thing I love killing chumps. See him. That's
No need for that, though. I have not run away thus far, have I?
Enough, Shin. Let's catch up with that Vanguard.
Vanguard is right here.
Everything under control, Initiate.
As you can see, there were some Hellcat mercenaries guarding this place. They weren't interested in talking.
The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the super mutants above.
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter.
Okay. Anything you can tell us about your associates that might help?
Dr. Farha is nominally the head of their group. Headstrong, an old university colleague. Dr. James, a junior scientist at West Tech. Brilliant, but easily led. He shared my disgust at the Huntersville mistake. Nellie Wright, on the other hand, is Dr. Farha's pet project. An adoptee of sorts. Very talented, despite her lack of formal schooling. A trap I conceived, prepared, and executed entirely while in your custody. You give me too much credit. Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farha. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, They object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secured. You can't get to us. We will finish our work.
We're here to put the stuff to sanity. You can't possibly release FEB on the population again. You know what it did last time.
This isn't the Huntersville strain. Dr. Blackburn has purified the virus of its considerable defects.
We've made something
not possible.
Wonderful out of something horrible. We're helping people this time.
So you're going to repeat Huntersville all over again?
Of course not. What Restec did was a terrible mistake. An affront to science. They didn't care who they hurt. And they did it just to see what happened. We're trying to help people. This will make people safe again.
Dr. Jane is enthusiastic, but it's true. We are not doing this just to satisfy our curiosity.
We're advancing science itself. The cost doesn't matter. No offense to Dr. Jane, but Westech wasn't doing science. They were only burning ants with a magnifying glass by comparison.
Have you actually had any successes? Or I've seen monstrosities and corpses.
Well, no. Not as such, but...
Of course we have. Experimentation has identified the key flaws in the original strain. Iterative testing has pinpointed the defective genetic sequences, and we've corrected them in each case.
But you haven't tested it. How could you know?
We've run the simulations. All three of us triple-checked the models and compared to prior experimental data.
We're confident in the formulation.
You know what they say? Human testing is the best testing. A large-scale release will provide a representative sample. Science needs vision, like Dr. Blackburn's, like ours. Let's not let testing hold us back.
Let's not let testing hold us back? That's a wild statement. You admit it's untested and that you have no successful trials. You know you can't release it.
Well, sure. It might seem hasty, but...
Don't be such a pushover, Janie.
No, wait. I've also had my doubts. Perhaps we should discuss this after all.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please, let him go or we will cut off this negotiation and proceed with our plans.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties.
Is this some kind of joke?
It is no joke at all. Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true, Edgar?
You will have to forgive Dr. Farhan. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them.
Why help us now? You said your price was worth your goal.
Perhaps in the end, I am more willing to sacrifice the lives of strangers than friends and colleagues. I do not wish them to be harmed. My hypocrisy in this is only human.
You can't expect them to trust you.
Trust me or trust me not. The truth remains the truth.
I don't like this, but I don't see any other choice. No way. I'm just letting you waltz in there alone.
I assure you, I have only a peaceful resolution in mind.
We cannot seriously be considering this.
But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, please permit me inside as a sign of good faith and brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security ring. Just you.
With your leave.
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
Now that is over with. Nellie, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
That wasn't the deal, Blackburn.
I am sorry, but this must happen. You will see, and then there will be no more debate.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter. I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
Now's not the time. We've got to find a way in quickly. There's no time to waste.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Code.
Initiating. Please. All of you, this isn't right! What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures weren't correct.
I was hitting enough though.
This is what happens when you let people play God. This proves more than anything the need for our brotherhood. The need for our justice.
The scientists are still locked upstairs. Let's hear what they have to say for themselves.
Dr. Blackburn tested SVP of himself and became a super mutant behemoth. A tough super mutant behemoth.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can.
Why can't I pass a charisma check? I got enough people in my group. And then we just use some treatment sets.
You're still here?
There we go.
You've certainly been more diplomatic than I was expecting, given your organization's reputation. I do believe you have good intentions. I suppose we have no choice but to trust you now. The way is open. We await your judgment.
Really think they've stopped production? This whole sob story sounds like a trap.
We can verify that once the area is secure and send for Scribe Valdez to double check. Until then,
Really? Open the door. Can't open doors by themselves? stay on the teams.
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We had truly hoped to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do. Please, spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
If I may interrupt, I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
Kidnapping, human experimentation, creation of a giant bloodthirsty mutant sounds pretty evil to me.
Well put. The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others, and of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can.
And I will. Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep a prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists, to safeguard technology. I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You, the angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please, stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your Brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I've no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter.
Crimes against humanity shouldn't easily be forgiven. This is true. It may be a value to let the Brotherhood. I'm not sure yet. I'd like to talk to everyone first.
By all means. We won't be going anywhere.
I urge you to reconsider. This was never meant to come to violence.
You consider kidnapping and human experimentation to be violence?
I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was in charge of procurement. He told us they were volunteers.
Right.
It was only later that... By then... Please understand, We were so close. It could have ended any day. And everything we did was for the greater good. We must carry forward what we learned, or all that sacrifice will have been for nothing.
What do you intend to work on if we let you live?
Dr. Farha may disagree, but I'd like to finish the FEV formula. We can implement new safety measures, animal experiments on thorough waste disposal. We're so close to improving the human race as we know it. The world has changed, my friend. How are we to survive if we don't change with it? They are good people. Dr. Farah is quite strict, but it's because she cares. About Nellie particularly. The girl is unorthodox, but you can't fault her for it. We're all born differently into this world. And about Dr. Blackburn, well, the world has lost a visionary intellect. It's a shame. A tragedy.
Visionary intellect, huh?
Please don't let this work go to waste.
Why do people keep leaving the teams that I'm on?
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Add victory. Hand over your arms." Is that true?
It's ad Victorium, citizen. Now hand over your arms.
Oh, wow. That's scary. You really made my heart skip a beat. I don't have any arms. Well, unless you mean human arms, because I've got 2 of those, but they're mine. Can't have them.
We'll have to take them. Can you tell me about the FEV project?
Wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. I can make it work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do this. Let us change the world.
Her in particular, I don't trust. So about all the people you turned into superhumans,
What about them?
you don't feel bad for the innocent people. Now they're mutated beasts.
Is that any worse than being human? As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless, right?
Thinking about gunning you down. Those people had no choice in the matter. You kidnapped them.
To improve the human race. If I was kidnapped for our experiments, I wouldn't mind. Most kidnappers do much worse.
I think you're a sociopath.
Oh, are you a licensed medical professional? Even if you are, it's pretty rude to make sudden, unwarranted diagnoses of people you just met.
That's what's sudden about it. And I don't thought you got a medical degree to be doing what you're doing here. It's psychotic.
Okay, I guess.
What do you think of your colleagues?
Janie and Farah? Well, I don't think anybody liked me before Farah, so I'm glad we're together. Janie worries too much. She's always asking, are we doing the right thing? Is this gonna work? You don't know until you try. Edgar was the most fun of all. Too bad he miscalculated. You're not really gonna kill us, are you? I'm awfully young to die. You can fit a lot of experiments into 60 more years.
Those who commit crimes against humanity must be punished. It wouldn't be right to let them run free. Not to the people they killed, and not to the people they can kill in the future. The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia, and of the world.
I don't like Shin, but sometimes I do agree with him, especially in situations like this. You really won't accept any option besides execution?
I don't see what other option there is. As I stated before, they're too dangerous to hold prisoner, so we either ignore the danger or eradicate it.
Don't you think you're being a little dogmatic?
Whether I'm being dogmatic or not is irrelevant. My goal is to find a solution to a threat, and I don't see you offering any other suggestions.
What if you can't get Paladin Romani to agree?
It hasn't been a matter of if for some time now. Only a matter of when. I'm fully prepared to uphold the integrity of the Brotherhood in whatever way Romani makes necessary.
Wow. I stand with you, Paladin Romani's long. Now, in case you have to stand up to both of us, I don't agree with your solution tonight.
If that is truly where you stand, and I have failed, I did everything I could to bring this chapter of the Brotherhood back in line, to teach you what it means to stand for a cause, but without the authority of the Elders, I am powerless to enforce it. I fear there may be nothing left I can do here, but it still has meaning.
Earlier, Paladin Romani mentioned the mistake you made. What was that about?
That is none of your concern.
How long do you intend to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened? You're torturing yourself, Shin, and they deserve to know.
Maybe so. But this is neither the time nor the place for this discussion.
Shin, you owe it to yourself to admit that you made a mistake. Stop crumbling under the guilt and just accept it.
For those I failed then, and those I failed since, for them, I have to do better. The raiders on the expedition route, Romani decided we would stay and fight them. But giving the order to distribute the weapons to the settlers there, it was my idea. I wanted to give them a chance, but I got them killed instead.
Okay. I'm not sure I understand. What weapons are you talking about? I don't know why.
The rocket launchers. The ones we found at the crater and foundation. We had secured those weapons from a military facility with the intent of keeping them safe. Brotherhood hands only, but there was a town being attacked by raiders. I thought that equipping the townspeople would give them a better chance. It didn't work. The town was taken over, and the weapons fell into raider hands. It's my fault that happened. I vowed to never make a mistake like that again.
Yeah,
despite that vow, Initiate Nolan still died on my watch. I can't let the past keep repeating itself. I can't give those scientists another chance to harm innocent people.
All right. You don't think it was the most compassionate thing you could have done?
The outcome is more important than the intent. What I learned from that mistake was not to let my feelings blind me. Some things are a lost cause. Some chances are too dangerous to take, as much as we may want to believe otherwise.
So you're afraid to make another mistake? Sorry, but you have to get over this.
There's nothing to get over. I acknowledge that I've made poor decisions then and now. That's why I'm making a better decision today. You have to see that keeping these criminals alive would be misguided and reckless.
Okay, I understand what happened now.
Then I hope you'll also take away the same lesson that I did.
All right, I understand your stance.
This is bigger than all of us. I hope you understand that.
We need to come to an agreement. I won't stand for impulsive violence.
What are you proposing we do again?
The scientists are to return to Fort Atlas with us and work alongside Scribe Valdez on a new project that we all agree upon. These are smart people. They just need to be pointed in the right direction. They could still do a lot for humanity.
Don't you think the scientists' methods are unforgivable?
Their methods were cruel and wrong. But no one is beyond forgiveness. What matters is what they do from today onward. Let's give them a chance to make things right.
What if Night Shan won't agree?
Then we must stand up for what we believe. We will not allow Shin to create a hateful brotherhood which passes judgment as it sees fit. This is human life we're talking about. Haven't enough died already?
You're right. We should try to solve this without violence. And I can't agree with you, Paladin. Night Shin wants to... Nah.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it may be a breaking point for Shin. Once he realizes his authority isn't respected, I suspect he'll run back to the Elders with his tail between his legs. This chapter of the Brotherhood will become what it should be, with or without Shin.
Okay, I understand your stance.
I hope you can see what we need to do here. What we need to do for the Brotherhood.
Alright, let's talk to Dr. Farha and then make our decision.
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision?
Okay, what do you plan on working on if we let you live?
We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say, a formula to increase muscle bulk, or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the region. I'd like to study what they have created and improve upon it.
I do have mutations from most serums myself. What are your thoughts on FEV experiment?
It went too far. And quite frankly, I regret bringing the others onto this project. By the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, Ellie and Dr. Jane had already become passionate about the project. I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed in the hopes that my objections could save even one innocent person from being experimented on.
I'm surprised to hear you weren't on board with the human experimentation. You don't mention that earlier. Excuses and cowardice. You could have stopped this instead of rationalizing your helplessness. I'm gonna go with that one.
You're right. No excuse will make up for my mistake. That is why I hope to keep living and contribute what I can to the greater good.
How do you know these other scientists?
Dr. Blackburn and Dr. Jane were my college associates. They didn't know each other at the time. I met Nellie when she broke through my window to search for scraps, as wasteland survivors do. She was more interested in my research notes than my leftovers, so I took her in, taught her what I know.
I think we're ready to proceed with a decision.
And what has your organization decided?
Well, I'm gonna go with Paladin Romani. Keep them alive. I did choose Shin one time out of all the characters I have and killed them myself. But I like Paladin Romani more than I like Shin. Even though these scientists have done some things that are, well, at least part of it with Blackburn. But we're gonna keep the scientists. And Shin, I guess, is gonna go.
That's relief. I assure you that you'll have our cooperation.
So that's it then. You and Romani would repeat the mistakes of the past and use these criminals to build more weapons of destruction. To send the world further down the path of chaos for your own gain. All while wearing the Brotherhood insignia on your chest.
The Brotherhood's mission has always been to use the power of science to guide us to a better world. Rather than murder great minds, we will shape them into people who will serve that mission. And we will do it without barbarians like you.
On that point, we agree. I refuse to serve an illegitimate branch of a principled institution. The Elders need to know about our failures. All of them. It will be my honor to give that report in person.
I can attack them. You're going to travel all the way back to California yourself. You don't have to do this. Smell you later, Shin. Hope you get eaten by a Deathclaw along the way. What happens if I attack him? Let's see. I never attacked Shin myself. Let's just see what happens.
The elders won't stop us, Shin. Neither will you.
So it comes to this. Ad Victorium.
My first time killing Shan. I wonder how Valdez is gonna feel about this. Couldn't let him tell the Brotherhood though. Oh, what am I missing here? My super stim packs. What happened to my... Maybe I don't know. Who cares? I don't really... Well, I use a lot of stim packs, but...
Shin. I'm sorry.
We are grateful. The work we do next could still change the world.
You go on ahead. I'll bring the scientists back to Fort Atlas, then we can discuss everything that's happened.
That was the first time I killed Night Shin. Man. What's done is done. Either way, you let him live, he just runs off, I guess. You never really see him again in the game.
Always good to see a friendly face. Welcome back.
Wonder how Valdez is gonna take it. He can't take any initiates with him. That's usually what he does. He'll run off and he'll say he'll take some of the initiates, his best initiates, with him to California.
Reporting for duty.
Friends, initiates, faces new and old. I'm glad to see you today. But I'm afraid
We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
First, I'll start with the assurance that the mutant threat has been cornered and removed. But it was not without sacrifice.
I
Night
know I'm
Shin
forgetting
is no longer
something.
with us. I will be frank about what happened. Following a disagreement on how we should proceed with the mission, Shin opened fire on me. I was forced to ensure that the values and unity of our brotherhood would live on. It came at a great cost.
Wait to tell Max about my latest patrol. He is gonna love it.
Well, we had our differences. I still had respect for his loyalty, however misplaced it may have been. One of my greatest regrets will be my failure to get him
Erica,
to see things
you're
from
doing
my
great.
perspective.
Quiet.
Who am I kidding?
Yeah, some people ain't gonna like the fact that we killed him. She didn't mention me.
Now I have one more announcement to make. I'd like to recognize a particular initiate's exceptional contributions to our chapter.
I'm tired of
In
being
most
stuck
cases,
in Fort Atlas.
this recognition would take the form of a standard rank increase. However, being a knight is a dedicated responsibility, and it's become quite clear to me that this initiate has obligations beyond just the Brotherhood of Steel.
And Dr.
I
Hardy
won't take you away
and everyone.
from Appalachia.
Okay,
As such,
you got this.
I'm
See if
grateful
anyone
for
needs
the
help with
unique
anything.
title of Knight Errant. Why don't you come stand between Scribe Valdez and I, so I may officially confer your title?
Excellent.
For exceptional contributions to the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, I hereby name you
Wait
Knight
to tell Max
Errant.
about my latest
You may
patrol.
split your time with the
He's gonna
Brotherhood as
love
you
it.
see fit. We are forever grateful for what you've done for us. Now, everyone, feel free to take a short break before your next assignment. You've earned it.
Oh God. Why did I say that?
I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
I know I'm forgetting something. gosh, oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna handle everything? Who's gonna lead the recruits? What am I gonna do? Oh gosh.
Yep, everything's falling apart, baby. It's gonna be great now. Deep breaths, Houston. Deep breaths.
Okay, I think I'm alright. I don't do well with really big changes. Like, for example, my boss dying. I think I need some time to process this. I'm gonna sit down.
Paladin Romani really knows how to take charge. They could have used more like her in the Appalachian chapter. She could have made a difference.
All right. Thoughts on how things panned out. That's different from what the...
Hedging your bets on Romani was bold. As the years roll on, she's gonna learn a thing or two about just how on our own we really are out here. I think she's got what it takes to make it happen, but she's gonna need people she can trust to step up and carry on that legacy. Real shame about the Knight. He died standing up for what he believed in, but I wish it could have gone a different way.
That's all he said. That was different.
You too. Stay safe out there.
How can I help?
Are you glad it's still Romani in charge?
I've always liked Paladin Romani, and she's focused on helping people. Her charismatic and optimistic nature makes it easier for the Brotherhood to continue to exist in Appalachia.
Okay, he's for.
See you around.
Romani.
Who would have thought? Oh,
Knight
I'm
Errant,
sorry.
it has been an honor to serve with you.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
Did that really just happen? I knew things between the higher-ups were shaky, but to come to blows, real actual bullets, it must have been way worse than I thought.
Well, lasers and plasma, not bullets.
A bit around here.
It's for the better. Paladin Romani has a beautiful vision for the Brotherhood.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Look forward to it, even. Whatever reorganization we need to do, I'm sure it'll shake out into something even better than what we've got right now. Paladin Romani is the leader I want to follow. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. See you around, Knight Errant.
Oh, hello again. Hello, Knight Errant.
How's the training going, Cullen? They make you initiate yet?
No, still in training. With everything that happened, it really put the brakes on the process, you know? Nobody knew who to listen to. Except maybe Scrap Valdez. Now that Knight Shin's gone, I hope things will move forward for all of us.
He definitely should become Scribe Valdez's apprentice. And no need for him to even train as a knight. I don't think he's much of a fighter, but he's a brilliant guy. Scientists up there looking. How do you feel about the Brotherhood now, with everything that's happened?
This schism hurt. It hurt us personally to conflict with one another, and it hurt the Brotherhood. But we can move forward now. The Paladin's the right leader for us. She can build something for Appalachia. Knight Shin couldn't.
I hope to see you. No, I hope. I have to go. See you around, Cullen.
Take care of yourself, Knight Errant. Ad Victoriam.
How's it going?
So, what do you think about Romani staying in charge?
Well, I think the best chance the Brotherhood has at reaching some sort of truce with the Raiders is with Romani. Then again, she is pretty self-righteous and still needs to learn to live and let live.
What the heck is going on with her?
See ya!
Sliding away.
Hello, brother.
Brother?
Sure, I'd be happy to talk about them. I mean, they're my heroes.
Do you miss Night Shin?
All the time. He was supposed to see me become a knight, just like him. Now, no, we'll never charge in a battle together wearing matching power armor.
You can replace him.
Why didn't they both come back anyway? I thought the Brotherhood chain was unbreakable.
They could never agree, and it became too much. Should I tell him Shin died? No.
What? It's their duty to work together. Marcia and I don't agree all the time, but we still love each other. I just don't understand.
What do you think about Paladin Romani?
She's the leader of the Brotherhood, and I'm gonna try my best to impress her so that she makes me an initiate one day. It was Paladin Romani's idea to let us stay here with them. And I'm so happy that she did.
Wouldn't you rather be in Foundation?
No way! I can't get the proper training I need to become a Brotherhood of Steel Knight there. I need the best combat training there is, and that's here. Speaking of, I wonder if Night Shin is busy right now.
Do you think she's a good leader?
Oh, absolutely.
Why did he mention Night
She cares
Shin?
a lot about saving people and stopping.
This must be old dialogue.
Okay.
What are you feeling, Scribe Valdez? I think I asked that. Let's go.
I hope I can see you again soon and we can play.
I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
Knight Errant, it has been an honor to serve with you.
So, Night Shin is gone. I can't believe it. I wanted to be optimistic about their conflict, right up until the end. But the more I think about it, the more I feel like maybe this was inevitable. If only there was more I could have done.
Do you want to flirt after we just told them that Shin is dead? None of this matters as long as I still have you.
Well, that's going a bit far, isn't it? But it's a very nice thing to say. Thank you.
Why does it let you flirt with him?
Wait to tell Max about my latest patrol.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going to keep doing my job. With one officer down, there's going to be a lot of slack to pick up. There's still a lot more I'd like to see out there, but right now, I need to support the Brotherhood.
How do you think the Brotherhood will fare with this new leader? With its new leader? She's not a new leader, she's the same leader.
Things are going to get a lot looser with me. Paladin Romani never believed in strict regulations. She is going to focus on recruitment and outreach. Well, if she can find the time.
Thanks for everything you've done.
Don't mention it. As the resident scribe, it's my job to keep things functioning around here.
Should see if anyone needs help with anything.
Until next time.
So, Knight Errant, how does your new title feel?
Pretty good. Like a bit of a consolation prize. Does that mean I can never become a knight or a paladin?
Not currently, no. But seeing as there's never been a Knight Errant before, there aren't exactly any established rules for Knight Errants either.
So what's going to happen to the Brotherhood now? How are you feeling about everything?
I'm mournful. I truly hoped that Shin would never make me, but what happened was necessary. Even now, I would do it again if I had to.
So what's going to happen to the Brotherhood now?
Now, we can start making the Brotherhood the benevolent organization I always wanted it to be. Our focus has to be helping the people of Appalachia, reaching out a hand and making them feel safe. This is a new dawn. Be proud that you were a part of it.
Okay, I already talked to people. Well, my business at Fort Atlas is done for now. I'm heading out.
Don't be a stranger. There will always be a place for you at Fort Atlas. At Victoria.
Guess you can't flirt with her after you kill Shan.
He is gonna love it.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
Here we go, Knight Errants.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
Should see if anyone needs help with anything.
Oh, I'm forgetting something.
Hey, I remember you. Well, stay safe out there. We'll never turn you down if you want to join us at the Metal Dome.
Dr. Hardy and everyone. Okay, you got this. Hey, how's it going? Better, I think. Thanks for asking. I had no idea it was so bad. Between the Paladin and Knight Shin, I mean. I wish I could have helped, somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. Maybe if all of us had stepped up, so they didn't have so many things to pay attention to. I don't know.
Could have worked, actually.
I just can't believe that Knight Shin is... I'm sorry. I don't want to cry on you. Let's just... Can we change the subject? What? Of course. I mean, I know I'm... But... And maybe... I really thought that Knight Shin hated me. But I respect him a lot. Even if he's... not here anymore. Oh, okay. What's up, Knight Errant? Oh, I'm sorry. That was rude, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't rude. What do you mean?
Mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
Alright, let's exit. We are done with the Brotherhood stuff. Finally.
Knight Shin. Gone. Who would have thought? Oh,
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
The Brotherhood seeks to help humanity. In this, our goals are aligned.
Nothing to see here, except the coolest science you've ever seen. The Brotherhood has too many restrictions. How are we supposed to accomplish anything like this?
lives that were lost. Was it really so many? How did things get so out of hand?
You asking, is there really so many? Should we take them to the vault and let them see all the bodies? Not to mention the super mutants that still exist. Alright, what's next? Responders Reborn. Really gotta take time to do some of these side quests too. Let's head back. Let's hope that the game doesn't crash when I get back to my camp. If so, then I'm just gonna end it here because I just finished the main storyline quest. But I would like to keep it up. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You're welcome, ma'am.
Now that people have come back to this, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation. What is this? A desk fan? Who carries around a desk fan? Stay away! This is mine. I found it first.
Harpoons all over the place over
I'm
here.
sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Note to self. Newly emerged vault dwellers likely have
Put that away. Check out Union armor. We got an extra arm here. Aristocrats. The higher the caps, the higher damage resistance and energy resistance. So it's better than that left arm I got. Let's equip that. And scrap this. Wanted to do something different. We'll leave it.
Note to self.
I need a jetpack though.
Here for a bit, stay out of your hair. Here to restock or just to check up? A healthy dose of conversation is too. Sure. As a community, I think they're fine company. As a team, I don't think I've ever felt safer. Sure thing.
Yeah, have to think about what happened to Night Shin. I'll be in here.
Holler if you need services.
He been here. Pharaoh Cool Horde. Somewhere near here.
Certainly.
And Sophie's starting her donation drive today.
The lovely Miss Wagner's charitable efforts. Yes, I hadn't forgotten.
Oh, and Esme's got something going on in the kitchen she could use a hand with.
Well, I shall certainly see what I can do about that. I'm sure I can arrange some assistance in these matters.
You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does that he'd come up with something more medicinal.
Well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment, that will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf. Yes, I believe the originals had been. Quite a tragic tale. Such a noble endeavor. Fortunately, their ideals and organization have been revived, and this refuge is their new home. If I may be totally honest with you, dear, I have heard others use the Responder's name as well, to be fair. But I think Appalachia could always use more people with such altruistic goals, so that's all right. I'm sure you agree. Are you really, dear? How marvelous! In that case, I'm sure you can't wait to get involved here.
Sure make my job easier.
Not as such, dear. They have my wholehearted support, and that of the White Spring management, but no. I am the management liaison for the White Spring, as I said. here to provide assistance to the Responders' refuge efforts. My primary duties, otherwise, are to the caretaking and oversight of the White Spring itself. Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to the Refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The Refuge is being run by the Responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the Refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them. Of course, dear. The owners of the White Spring itself. The resort, hotel, golf course, all of it. Very much still alive, I assure you, though regrettably unable to oversee affairs in current circumstances. As such, now that we have new guests, they have sent me in their stead to take care of things as needed. I couldn't be more pleased to do so. A delicious opportunity to be of help and meet fascinating people such as yourself.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safer.
Anyone in need of help, yes. You appear more well off than our usual guests, though, if I may say so. Less bedraggled than those poor souls. Armed. The refuge exists primarily to serve those who cannot help themselves. The starving, the sick, the homeless. There is a clinic, a kitchen, beds, recreational facilities, all manner of care to be found here. I'm so pleased to be able to assist in my own small way, of course. Darling, I am entirely at your disposal.
That one always gets me.
As I've said, I am the management liaison for the White Spring. I oversee the facility itself and its robotic staff. In addition, on behalf of the management, I arrange for the provision of certain material aid to the responders. They still have substantial resources and generously offered to share them to support their noble efforts. No, not by any prior arrangement. Perhaps you visited us before. I must apologize for the state you found it in, if so. Regular operation of the facilities had been stopped, of course, due to a lack of guests. Only the robotic staff remained. The responders, believing it abandoned, took up residence, a completely understandable occurrence, of course. With new and worthy occupants, the management felt it wholly appropriate that it find a new purpose, and sent me. Until such time as the world needs leisure resorts again, the White Spring is happy to support the refuge. Darling, you must understand. A place like the White Spring had, indeed still has, very wealthy people behind it. As was always the case, the truly wealthy had advantages the common people, such as you and I, lack. As for the White Spring itself, the staff of top-of-the-line robotic servants, security, and maintenance allowed it to weather the worst. Me? Have I beguiled you already, dear? I appreciate the flattery, of course. You must allow me to retain some mystery for now, though. I wouldn't want you to lose interest. Perhaps we can talk more some other time. We both have more important matters at the moment, I'm sure. Of course, dear. What can I do for you? What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for. Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the Pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause. Judging by what I've heard, it's an accurate one, sadly. Pittsburgh was bombed quite severely during the war. The poor individuals still living there have renamed it to better reflect its dreadful circumstances.
I wish they'd tell us what all of those construction workers are up to. Look at what a mess they're making.
They call themselves the Union. Something of a resistance movement, I understand, against more aggressive forces. One of their representatives is currently staying with us, a Mr. Skippy Rorridge. Delightful man. Indeed, isn't that marvelous? They salvaged it and painstakingly repaired it. It's fully functional now. I was very pleased to be able to contribute to this effort in my own small way. If you wish to see it, it resides on the roof of the refuge between flights, along with its charming pilot, Ms. Lennox. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing being, of course, their trust. The vertibird does belong to them, after all. My dear, you must understand, much as I would like to, my responsibilities do not permit me to do so. I am but a humble employee of the management. The vertibird is not the property of the White Spring itself, and is thus outside my purview. I hope you will not begrudge me my loyalty. I find myself quite fond of you already. In an ideal world, darling, I'm sure they would. Sadly, this is not that world, and any reticence on their part is understandable. I don't want to speak for the responders, but I believe they may also see this as more for their Union friends than for themselves. Your assistance with their more immediate concerns will ensure everyone benefits. Isn't that a good outcome? Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner over in the common area is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded. Wonderful, my dear. I'm certain you will be a tremendous help to them and the refuge. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. Skippy Rorich, the Pit Union representative. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
Always a pleasure to see a guest.
Wonder if anyone found that specialist yet. Maybe it was just a rumor.
I was out scavenging for food earlier. I only got attacked by Scorched once.
Bonjour! My name is Esme Rousseau, but most people around here know me as Chef Esme. We've had some representatives from Foundation and Crater come here seeking assistance with the recent influx of refugees. I thought that we could help them out by providing some food for their people. I've started a pot of venison and tato stew, one of my newest creations. Would you be able to help me finish it? How wonderful! I can't wait to whip up something delicious for everyone! The stew requires potatoes, venison, salt, black pepper, and carrots. The ingredients can be found in our storage area. Your job is to grab the ingredients and put them in before the stew burns. Super! Let's have you start by stirring the stew, which will help keep it from burning. Remember to continuously stir during the cooking process. Fantastique! Let's get the first of the ingredients and prepare them. You're looking for carrots, potatoes, and the pièce de résistance, the venison.
Good evening. Our late night fare is still available. Please have a seat.
I could really use a drink, but Rucker wants us sober on the job.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responder sounded like too much work.
Potatoes here, taste.
Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it.
How are the folks at Foundation doing? If I wasn't so busy, I'd go visit sometime.
This wanton robot tried to give me a haircut before running off. It's a shame. I can't get at the back by myself.
Dash of this, a sprinkle of that. Perfection. This is smelling delicious. Let's add more flavor with some salt and pepper now.
Lots of new faces and fresh winds.
think we can make this place home for a lot of people, yourself included.
Please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Can't believe we got a vertibird. That's a step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
Don't bother talking to that person from Crater.
Don't
Nasty
join
bunch, aren't
responders
they?
For caps. They join to make a difference.
Potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh, and only a few rats.
I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
This bloody Feoli really elevates the Mirelurk meat. Great work! Now that your stew is done, it is time to add your own special touch. A restorative element? How inspired! Delicious and useful. I am sure whoever you choose to give it to will be very appreciative. Here is your finished stew. Now, it is time to feed some of the hungry. I believe you can find the raider and settler representatives in the bar area. You must make a choice, since there is not enough to feed everyone, I'm afraid. I'll do my best to gather more ingredients so that we can cook again another time.
Go back home someday. But I don't think so.
Are you at the refuge? We've got people going hungry, and too many mouths to feed at Foundation.
There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
A stew that can both feed and heal our wounded? Amazing, thank you!
I wonder if they have any chems laying around here.
Wow, they've really gotten set up here.
Why even bother helping people that can't help themselves?
It's nice to see people around in the responders uniform.
You mean I ain't gonna make it?
What do you think of the decor here?
A week.
I know it's pre-war,
Maybe two.
but...
I'm so sorry, Mr. Price.
Dadgummit. I'd hoped to live long enough to see a Brahmin with 3 heads. How are you? Didn't know I'd be having visitors, but gosh darn it, I'll take any friendly stranger I can get about now. Well, thank you kindly. You've been a drop of sunshine on a dreary day. Heh, ain't no way I could have predicted I'd have come in here for a gunshot wound. Come out with a terminal diagnosis of something else entirely. Though, speaking of the gunshot wound, it'd weigh on my conscience not to warn you. There's a gang of masked bandits out there. Ruthless they are, with scarred skin and red eyes like rabid wolves. They ain't human, I tell you.
These refugees wouldn't last one day in Crater.
Well, I was out camping with some of my crew. I had trouble sleeping, So I opened my eyes, and I saw these shadows creeping over us. I done hollered like a madman. Right away, they started executing everybody. I got shot, and I thought I was dead right there. Well, they must have thought so, too, because they left me there. I don't know where those bandits came from, but they ain't like no one else I've seen in Appalachia. You best watch yourself out there, or tuck in here for the night. Everyone from here to Wavy Willards might as well be a refugee from what's out there right now.
I'm afraid we don't have beds to spare for those who are just scared. We have to prioritize the sick and injured, like Lehman here.
Oh, I'm right as rain. For the next week, anyway. Well, gosh darn it. Would you just excuse me for that? Mama didn't teach me to have radiation sickness in front of a guest. Well, Doc here says I got radioactive blood on account of all my exposure to a radiated ore at Emmett Mountain.
Technically, it was all the radioactive waste that made both you and the ore irradiated. But that's perhaps besides the point. Lehman is suffering from severe radiation sickness. It's impressive how resilient he's been. At this stage, we typically see fever, diarrhea, dehydration, convulsions. A positive attitude does wonders for the body's health, but usually not miracles. There's already significant internal damage. His symptoms will worsen, and it's too late for Radaway.
Say, isn't there anything else we can try? Some sort of miracle cure, or heathen rituals performed on a stormy night? Truth is, I've still got a dream to chase. Never thought much of it, but now I've got the Reaper's shadow looming over me. It sure feels a lot more urgent than it ever did before. I don't want to die just yet.
I shouldn't even be saying this, but I've heard some rumors. A radiation specialist up in the hills, north of the Savage Divide. I don't know what that means or if they even exist, so just take it with a grain of salt.
I think I'm starting to feel those symptoms you was talking about. A little phlegm ain't gonna keep me cooped up here. But I sure am sweating about those bandits. What if they got my scent?
Wonder if they have any chems laying around here.
Oh, boy! Well, this sounds like my very own private security. Only issue is, I don't got much to pay you with. It kinda, sorta invested my last paycheck in the Nuka World Arcade. But I do have this big old block of ore I found on the last operation. It kinda looks like a spaceship if you squint. Quality stuff. Doggy, we're gonna take the wasteland by storm. Let's go find this fancy nuclear specializer and see if they can fix me up with some new insides. I'll just wash that down with some water and get on my way real soon. I can make most of the journey myself. Just worried about spending too long in one place, really. I'll meet you up north in a jiffy.
I could dirty it up a little.
Here's a little bland. Not enough rads to give it flavor.
Well, hello there, stranger. Pleased to meet you. I'm Sophie Wagner. Look around. The Refuge. Quite a place, isn't it? I mean, sure, fancy pants golf club resort, that's nice, but I'm talking about the Refuge. A haven for the lost, the dispossessed, the hungry, and unfortunate. A monument to our ability to have compassion for each other. Isn't it grand? Isn't it worth preserving, building, growing? Sort of. Well, I haven't seen you around before, so, glad to have you. But I wasn't trying to recruit you anyway. I'm actually more in the material support end of things. Scouting for volunteers isn't really my department.
Something more medicinal.
Yes, exactly. You understand, I can tell. A future filled with people supporting each other, regardless of background or history. It's always good to meet someone who can see the big picture. Now, how'd you like to be a part of it? Now that's what I'm talking about. People supporting each other. You got the right spirit. Rutgers put me in charge of running a bit of a donation drive. Have you met Rucker? She's amazing, you should. Anyway, it might surprise you to know an operation like this is always churning through supplies. We work hard to keep things in stock, and that funny Orlando character does their best to help out as well, but we still have shortfalls. So here I am, asking generous folks such as yourself to help us fill in those gaps and keep the refuge running.
There's no problem too big to solve.
Oh yeah, I guess I am. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Why shouldn't I be? We're living in the aftermath of the apocalypse. But here we all are in a place filled with people dedicated to helping each other. You ask me, that means we're pretty dang lucky, right? A lot to be excited about. Happy, even.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor.
I prefer to think of it as mutual aid. We're a community, pulling our collective resources so that nobody has to go without. Charity's more like the well-to-do buying a clean conscience by giving away their table scraps. And it's not just hanging around. I need to get the donations packed, stored, logged, the whole 9 yards. Rucker's got a real quartermaster's mindset. So you better believe she wants it all squared away properly.
Oh, I can't wait until dinner.
Let me check my notes. Rucker's been in a tizzy because we just don't have enough wood to keep up. It'd be a big help if you could donate maybe 50 pieces of scrap. One less thing on Rucker's mind, you know.
The work I do is extremely rewarding. Boy, is it tiring.
Seems like there have been more ghouls coming through here. It's a shocking condition.
And I'm not so sure about that.
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
But Rucker wants us sober on the job.
job easier.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like too much work.
Okay, that's all right. I know not everybody's where they need to be. I hope you'll reconsider. You know... Glad to see you've returned. You do? Amazing. Thank you so much. This is going to be a big help.
There's times I worry.
It just so happens I got a little something for you as a reward for your generosity. We might need a lot of things, but you know how it is. Poor in one way, rich in another. I'll put together some of what we can spare for you. And I've got a feeling you're gonna need them. See? Mutual aid. Everybody wins. Thanks so much for the help. Drop by again. If I know Rucker, I'll be looking for something new every day. Take care of yourself.
Practice my pitch. Who am I kidding? This all decade.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday.
At a Victorium Knight Errant, do you need me to do anything for you? I could carry your things for you. Really, anything. Just say the word, I'll jump. Shoot. I mean, shoot as in ask me something. Don't fire at me. Me? Well, I'll try to answer whatever I can. Eager? I didn't realize it was so obvious. Look, all my life I dreamed of doing something more than tending some Brahmin in the field in West Virginia. I wanted something more. And the Brotherhood of Steel is that something more to me. When I saw Night Shin first approach me, laser rifle drawn, now that's awe-inspiring. Makes your heart pound. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that?
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? Feels like I've died and gone to heaven. Well, or hell, if you look out the window.
If you had everything you ever wanted, would you just let it slip between your fingers? No, you hold on to it with an iron grip. I'm proud to be Brotherhood. So immensely proud. It's an honor just to wear this insignia. Haven't you ever been a part of something that made you that proud? Then you know. You know what it's like to be starstruck by your own peers. I'm an ambitious man. I always find a way to make my dreams come true. But I can't deny how lucky I am to be in the position I'm in. So I'll be damned if I slack for 1 minute and lose the best thing that ever happened to me. I may be young, I may be inexperienced, but that just means I have to work a little harder than everyone else.
All the folks at the commune are doing well.
My story? I'm not very interested if that's what you're asking. I was born in Louisiana, but I hardly remember it. We moved to West Virginia when I was really young. Me, my mom, and my brother. He stayed behind to help my mom on the farm, and I went off to join the Brotherhood. I knew I had to do it. I was chasing that dream, you know? But I still feel guilty leaving the two of them behind. Mama was so proud of me, though. Made me feel proud of myself. In all honesty, I'm a bit of a fish out of water, but I hide it as best I can. Sure thing. Ask away.
responders must really have a game plan. Where they're always flitting about.
This place could stand to have some cats.
Ultra what? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. No one briefed me on this. Battery cells? Forget the stupid vertibird. This is what I should be looking into. Oh no, we come from California. It was a long trek over here, from what I heard. Oh no, not at all. Someday, I will be.
Nothing like the feeling of a good job done well.
I'm trading to be a scribe. You won't find scribes decked out in power armor. And even if I wasn't, I'm still an initiate. It would be impractical to waste your best tech on, well, a new recruit.
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll tell you what I can. But keep in mind, as a Brotherhood scribe, some of my intel is highly classified. I guess I could share that information. You know, Brotherhood to Brotherhood. Scribe Valdez sent me here. I'm just keeping tabs on the place. Nothing too important. Just keeping my eyes on that vertibird. What are they using it for?
Actual flavor.
Ha! Well, not really. Rucker's nice and all, but every time she looks at me, she looks like she's in pain. Could be chronic illness. Giuseppe's okay. I know he's got that whole salesman act going on, but he's actually a pretty cool guy. Reads a lot. Knows quite a bit about the world. Skippy's nice and all, but his inventions all look like alien probes to me. Orlando's probably the biggest enigma of them all. I don't know anything about them. They seem nice enough, but I always feel like they're hiding something from me. And I get the impression they just tolerate me. I feel like I could be out of the door to White Spring any minute.
Helping people is our chief mission.
Oh, you mean Rutgers people? They're all right, I guess. I'd say they do a lot of good for the people of Appalachia, but there's hardly enough of them around anymore for everything that needs to get done. Between you and me, they'd probably be a lot more useful if they just got absorbed into the Brotherhood. They may have good aims, but they don't have the resources to do it. Meanwhile, the Brotherhood is making amazing strides every day. You're not gonna tell Rucker I said any of this, right? Please don't. Sure. Anything else you need? Sure thing. It's Initiate Ellison. But yeah, I'll see you later.
Now, isn't this a nice vacation, Jeremiah?
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry about?
You guys a little crazy, but I can't help but like him. Cleaning this place up actually gives me a sense of peace.
This wanton robot tried to give me a haircut before running off. It's a shame. I can't get it.
Robot butlers? Is this a refuge or a palace?
Well, seems like timing is one of your strong suits. Look, I can stitch up a gash with the best of them. But Appalachia, well, she can do a lot worse than cut us open. Cut a lot of folks here with sickness we don't understand, and injuries we don't know how to treat. What we need more than anything is know-how. So I propose we trade. What I got that I don't need? For what you need that you don't got. I've heard you're looking ahead into the pit. And the only safe way out of Appalachia is that metal bird Lennox has perched up on the roof. She don't fly without my approval, and right now, you ain't got it. So, that's the deal. You bring back medical information that'll help me figure out how to help these folks. And I'll okay your little expedition. Hope you don't mind heading into the mire. So talk to me. You in? Well, Braxton's is a weird little place, the way I hear it. Some kind of medical supply company. We're hoping to find something there that can help us repair the equipment we already have. Maybe even improve on it. Can the responders count on you? Nice. Well, let's get to it then. Anything you're able to find, go ahead and bring it back to our lead medic. I'll let her know to look for you.
Need anything?
Good luck out there.
Can't believe we've got a vertibird. That's a step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
No problem too big to solve.
There's gotta be some better loot around here. I'm tired of this same old shit.
You know, we were fine and all before you showed up. But still, you ain't a bad shot. I'll remember that. Comes in handy.
White Spring is fabulous this time of year.
I hope that rumor comes to something. Truly, I do. Rucker said you were helping us out. Hope you got some good news about those surgical equipment plans.
There's a lot of supplies here.
These plans are really detailed. With any luck, we'll be able to convince Skippy to help us put some of these together. Getting this here means so much. Thank you, from all of us.
Just trying to get through another day. Only 12 more hours to go.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy? The work I do is extremely rewarding, but boy, is it tiring.
Why even bother helping people who can't help themselves?
There's times you've gotta accept the cards you were dealt. Learn to make the best of it.
If you want something done right, you gotta make... Hey there. Sorry about the mess. What's up? Better believe it. And it's my job to make sure we stick around this time. Nothing right now, believe that or not. Thought you might. Go on ahead. Well, it took a minute and a miracle, but yeah. When I first got back to Appalachia, the other responders were all but wiped out. A couple of folks wandering around wearing a uniform, but not a one doing any organizing or, hell, making any real work out of it. So I started reading everything I could find and listening to anything anyone could tell me about the group before they all passed. I realized that while the responders themselves didn't make it, the idea could be brought back. And this time, for good. Nice enough place. Heard it used to be some kind of fancy trading post before the war. Can't say I'm overly fond of this management that Orlando's wrapped up in, but I got work needs doing, and I'm not one to turn down a safe place to do it in. I'm also not in love with all the hammering and drilling they got going on, but I'm not complaining. Well, starting now, I'm not. Was an army brat before the bombs fell. My dad was a medic and always wanted to be where the action was. Yeah, Dad's company took a direct hit. I think his biggest regret was that he wasn't here in Appalachia when it all went down. I wanted to do right by him, so I figured the next best thing was to make the trek back here myself and do what I thought he would have done. Wasn't easy. Me and a few other stragglers had to pick our way down the East Coast, ducking and dodging everything that moved except each other. Not the kind of experience one wants to talk about much. You understand. Sure thing. I keep the responders, well, responding. We've grown enough now that most of the different departments organize themselves fairly well. But everyone needs a fire lit under them from time to time, and these days, that's where most of my hours go. That, and keeping Orlando from sniffing around. Depends on who you mean. Hell, I can't get Orlando to tell me about Orlando. Not that I'm ungrateful for the space they're giving us here, mind you, but I've never met this management they go on about. And I don't trust anyone who can't or won't show their face. Nice enough feller, considering what's going on back in the pit. Resourceful, too. In a way that's hard to come by these days. I won't pretend I ever got my head all the way around this union he's part of, but he knows who his people are and does everything he can to keep them amongst the living.
I know it was way back.
Yeah,
But I'm glad
we're
they
cut from common cloth like that.
and not somewhere like that.
Lord, that kid. If you're asking me about him, then I take it you haven't had the pleasure of him talking both your ears off at once. Truth told, I think the Brotherhood gave him a job just to stop him from jawing at him for 5 minutes. I'd begrudge their peace if it didn't come at the cost of our quiet. At least with his yakking, he can't sneak up on you. Orlando, on the other hand.
If you see anyone struggling out in Alabama,
No worries.
be sure to tell them about the white spring.
All right, then. Take care of yourself. And your fellow Appalachians, if you're able.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday.
I can't wait until dinner.
Things to worry about?
How much more blood do we gotta spill before the end of all this?
Hey there. Don't think we met. I'm Skippy Rorich. Something I or the Union can do for you? The Union is a sort of a... I guess you might call us a confederation, or a resistance. People banding together for defense. See, there's a group in the pit. Calls themselves fanatics. All they care about is conquest. They want the whole pit for themselves. They roll into your area, you either join them, they force you to labor for them, or they kill you. And they're coming for everybody. The Union's the only thing standing between them and their total conquest of the pit. As much as we're able, anyway. What's a Skippy look like, huh? Call me Skip if you like that better, or whatever you want. Just don't call me Mr. Rorich. Never felt right, that. Took me weeks to get that Orlando character to stop doing it, at least my face. That's right, looking for someone to help us take the fight to the Fanatics. Surprised we got a taker, actually. You are interested, right? Hell, you've got raider gangs here, right? I've heard about your Blood Eagles. The Fanatics are something like them, but more organized. Imagine every single raider gang you've ever heard got together and decided to make like Genghis Khan. Sweep over everything. Kill anyone who won't join, and put anyone too weak to fight into forced labor camps. Everything that's not theirs they take. That's the Fanatics. And be glad they're not here. Bad. Don't get me wrong. It's home, and I want us to keep it. But we got hit bad in the war, and we've never recovered. Lots of radiation. Some areas are badly toxic, with all the junk that got blasted into the air or spread around from the factories. People are sick a lot, from one thing or another, and food can be hard to come by. Hell, some of the city's still on fire, I think. But some of the factories survived, and we got them running. Gives us access to things you can't get anywhere else. Might even be able to rebuild, if it weren't for the Fanatics. Because it's home, damn it. Mine, ours, all of us who were born and lived there before and after the bombs. Ain't that enough? If the Fanatics are out of the picture, we can rebuild. Make something out of it again. It doesn't have to stay like it is. If that ain't enough for you, picture this. A horde of Fanatics, hundreds, thousands strong, setting their sights here. Sound like something you want? The Union's back's against the wall. We're doing our best to hold off the Fanatics. Keep them from taking everything. Occasionally, we win some small victories, but not a lot. Got a couple of situations back there right now where an extra hand might tip things in our favor, at least for now. I don't want to call it mercenary work, but I'm not gonna lie. You'll be going there to fight. Fantastic. Let me just get Rucker in here. It's her bird, after all. Thanks for coming by, Rucker. Looks like we got a volunteer to take a trip out to the pit.
We've met. Had a feeling you might be up for this when you came by earlier. Guess I was right.
Figured you should be involved, if we're gonna borrow your plane.
Don't let Lennox hear you call it a plane. She takes it personally. Anyway, sure thing. You've done right by me. So you got the okay for me. Sophie and Esme tell me you helped them out too. So as far as the responders are concerned, you're good to go.
Well, we got two different locals I know are in need of help. Locals are what we call union groups that act independently. Local 42's in the industrial district. Hax, their leader, is struggling to keep her people alive and retake a foundry from the fanatics. We got another over in the trench working against a fanatic forced labor camp. Danilo is your contact there. Haven't heard from the other locals recently, but I'm sure we'll be hearing from them if they got trouble too. It's up to you who you want to help right now. Maybe you'll consider going back again later for the other. No can do, sport. I'll go back one day, but right now, I'm more use here, rustling up support to send back there. I'm not young enough to be much use on the front lines anymore. Fair enough.
Well, I can answer that, Skippy. First of all, we've got refugees here from the pit. People who've made it all the way down on foot or in caravans. And the best way to help that situation is to help people not need to flee the pit in the first place. Second, the Union's the best chance of stability the pit's got. The responders don't just want to triage in the world. We want to help it rebuild one day. You'll need allies to do that.
It doesn't hurt that we've got factories that can still make manufactured goods either.
No, it does not.
I prefer volunteers to suckers. I'm not running some kind of scam here.
The answer is no, by the way. We run some regular sorties, trade some supplies, carry messages. Our radios don't reach that far, so communication's either us or waiting for caravans.
All right. All set? Got everything? Great. This means a lot to the Union. I'll make sure you're well rewarded for it. I might have some other things I need help with here in Appalachia, too. I'll let you know. Good luck up there. We're counting on you.
Alright, we're going to talk to Lennox next time we play this game. Responders Reborn. A couple of missions in the pit. If you know anything about that, you can go to Fallout 3 and learn about the pit, which is Pittsburgh. Extremely post-apocalyptic version of Pittsburgh. It's pretty bad, and I'm going to upload this to YouTube, J Mason Gaming. If you can like and follow that, I would appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.